Hey bunnies, so for today's Naked Sunday, I know it's been forever and a day since I've done one of these, but for today's Naked Sunday, we're going to be talking about asexuality. And this is just beginning of a series of videos that I'm going to be doing over the next few Sundays on sexual orientation. Okay? The most distinct feature of this sexual orientation is that the lack of desire for another person is not a choice. It's just a part of who they are. In the same way that hetero or homosexual persons instinctually feel attraction towards others, aces just as instinctively feel an absence of sexual appetite. Asexuality is an emerging sexual orientation. Despite its rarity, researchers and scientists who are breaking ground on its study regard asexuality as a legitimate, naturally occurring sexual preference. In contrast to erotic disorders, asexuality is not the result of mental insufficiency or childhood trauma. Even though sex is not desired, asexuals can have a preference for men, women, or both. This explains why they usually choose to identify as gay, lesbian, straight, or bisexual. Aces may seek the company of other people for companionship, even forming close emotional bonds. But it is just as acceptable for them to lead independent lifestyles. Asexuals are free to pursue relationships with ordinary hetero or homosexual persons, but when it comes to what they'll do to satisfy a partner's needs, it is entirely up to them. Celibacy should not be confused with asexuality. Even though asexuals are often mislabeled as being such, celibates may experience desires towards another, but rather than acting upon those feelings of arousal, they deliberately abstain from sexual relations. For those who identify with this sexual orientation, asexuality is not considered a problem. In fact, many consider it a liberating lifestyle. Asexuality looks and feels different to everyone involved. Variation does exist among the asexual community, as it does among all sexual orientations. Asexuals can and do get into relationships with others. Asexuals have normal psychological needs that may need to be met by their partners. Depending on their preferences, they might also enjoy flirting, cuddling, holding hands, or being romantic. However, there are also those who don't date or form relationships. Though their bodies are capable of experiencing arousal, asexuals might not make the connection, whether consciously or unconsciously, between psychological responses, as getting wet or having an erection, to the hunger for sex with another. With regard to masturbation, some do it and some don't. David J., founder of the Asexual Visibility and Education Network, created AVEN, or AVEN, in 2001 to serve as the first network to provide extensive information about this orientation. Asexuals gather here in an online community of support and acceptance and have the opportunity to discuss relevant topics in an active forum. In addition, family and friends are welcome, as well as researchers, academics, press, and those who are exploring and defining their sexual orientation. If you have any other comments or information that you'd like to share on asexuality, please leave them in the comment section below or create a video response. I'd love to watch your videos. Okay? Yeah, and that's it. Look out for next week's video, which is we're going to continue on sexual orientation, and next week's video is going to be about bisexuality. Okay? And that's it. Peace sign and kissy face. Bye.